Going into Diane Degetts' office since I voted for her and Mr. to see what the fuck does my vote mean. I don't know what the fuck my vote means. It's my vote mean and my family's vote. Nice people. Thank you. Some people are just too nice. Oh, Governor Center, huh? Okay. First thing I need to do is be asking, is this public? Is this building public? Is this building public? Hi. Diane Degetts' office?
Elevators are back here.
Okay.
Go right up to 2.
Thank you. Is this part of the building that's public?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It's all, yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you don't have to sign it or
Okay, thanks. No soliciting. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. Hi, I'm sorry, is this a public office?
You're welcome to sign in, but
Okay.
I think we tried to help you in the past and I don't believe we were able to.
No, nobody called me.
Was someone supposed to call you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm aware of that. And many people are in a meeting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take down your number again and see that someone call you?
No, because that's not working. I'm wondering at least, what does my vote mean? What does my vote for Diane Degetts mean?
Are you filming me? I'm just curious. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
that's
have
what I
to
was
ask my
asking.
permission.
Well, not if it's public.
So this is the Congresswoman's office and the public is welcome to enter. Let me get our district director to speak with you.
Okay.
Just one moment.
What's that person's name?
His name is Tom Kelly. Let me see.
Okay, and I'm live streaming. These people are going to be pissed. She walked in saying, we can't help you. What the fuck? I didn't even tell them what problem was.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I haven't received a call regarding for Diane Degetts and Jared Pullis. What does that mean for me?
Do you want to come into the...
Oh, wherever. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Can you turn that off?
I'm live streaming. This is a public place, so
I know, but why?
this is a public place, and I
Yeah.
have the right. I'm doing it. Yeah, I don't.
Are we going to have a meeting?
What's your name, sir?
Do you want to have a meeting?
No meeting. No.
What do you want to do? What do you hope?
Okay,
accomplish?
so you just said I don't have the right.
Would you tell me what
film?
it is that you want to talk about?
Well, right now I want to know what my vote means. What does it mean for me to have voted for Diane Degetts and Jared Pullis?
I don't understand.
Really?
No, I can't.
You don't know what the vote means?
What do you have?
What does my vote mean? What are they? What can they do
So
for the
we're
people?
the constituency office. We're here to help. Do you have an issue
And,
that we can help you with?
According to her, no. Family voted for Diane Degetts and Jared Polis, and I want to know what that vote means. Does it mean nothing? Does it mean something? What does it mean?
Do you want us to help you with an issue or a problem?
Well, according to her,
That was
Can't
what
be
I meant.
helped.
I just meant that I thought you came.
you know,
before
when I
and
came
asked
in,
to provide
you just,
assistance
that's
and
the
you
first
said-
thing you told me.
Well, you asked why no one had called you back.
No,
and
no, I
said
didn't
that's
ask.
fine.
We have the recording right here. I didn't ask you that.
Last time you came, you left.
Okay, I didn't come to argue. Can someone explain to me what my vote means, my family's vote? We voted for Diane Degetts and Jared Polis, and we're not voters, and we did it.
And so what did you want to accomplish?
I'm asking, what does it mean, so I know what my options are?
In relation to what? Do you have
To
a-
some of the issues that I've had that I tried to bring forward, and the lady here didn't return my call, said she would. She said that someone would get back to me, and they didn't. So we're gonna skip over all that.
I think it was Andrea that she may have spoke with. but
Okay.
No, it was somebody, N, started with an N.
Oh,
Natal,
Nirmina?
Nermina.
Okay.
But I'm not even holding grudges or any of that.
No, but what is the
Forget
issue
all
that
that.
you were working with Nermina?
No, we weren't working. She never called back, and this lady said that they can't help me.
Okay.
Oh, you're the lady we can't help.
What was the issue that you called about?
Well, when I say we can't help there, it's.
Because if I can't get answers on what my vote means, then I'm going to have to send this to the channel, the news channels, and
Okay.
ask them what my vote means. Because nobody here is explaining what my vote means.
What did you want your vote to mean?
That's not what it's about. What does it mean?
Sorry, I don't understand.
Sir, there are people with intellectual and developmental disabilities and the elderly that are currently being trafficked by Reggie Bika and many of the courts around Colorado. I have hard evidence of this. Nobody wants to help. Nobody cares. So I'm just doing my own thing, and I'm going to expose these people eventually, God willing, and I'm going around to see who's actually going to help and who doesn't care. I could tell you who does care right now and who doesn't. Guardianship Alliance doesn't care. I have them on. And they're going to be part of this when when the ACLU or whoever steps back does end up stepping in. And we're going to go down the list of who's in that position. I'm just asking what my vote means so I know what my options are. Because I tried to come with the problem and it didn't go anywhere.
So when I said we couldn't help, I think what I was referencing, especially because it deals with the courts, is the congressman is a federally elected member of Congress, and we are only allowed by law, our jurisdiction is with federal agencies.
One of the
Not the
problems
court.
that I have is when I'm assuming what I'm about to say or what I'm thinking or feeling. I came in here to ask, if you read the title of my video, it is WTF does my vote mean? Voting for Diane Degetts and Jared Polis. That's why I came in here today. I didn't come in here about that other stuff.
Okay.
So you assume that, just like a lot of people assume. And that's not cool. That's what I'm getting, and that's why there's no help. Because everybody wants to say, oh, we can't go here, go there. Try all these places that don't help. No. I'm going to start doing my own thing now.
So I live in this district too, so when I voted for Congresswoman Degetts, I voted for her to be my representative in Congress. So in Washington DC, she goes there to represent the values of the First District of Colorado and to help write and create legislation and vote on legislation.
Oh, so maybe
Federal laws specifically, that's her job, is to vote on federal laws. So when I voted for her, that was me voting for her to be my representative in Washington DC to vote on those laws on behalf of the people of the First District of Colorado. So that's what I think my vote.
What does it mean for people with disabilities, especially those who didn't get to vote because they're being detained like criminals with no rights? What does that mean for me who has a disability or people with disabilities that did vote? And for those who weren't able to vote? Because Reggie Bika likes to traffic people and sign off on stuff, and so do racist judges across Colorado. What does that mean for us? Because I'm in District 1.
Okay.
What does that mean for me?
So what is the issue that you're raising? Is that somebody is
People with
literally trafficking?
yes,
Okay.
a system. Colorado Healthcare Policy and Financing,
Okay.
many community boards, Attorney Regulation Council, the Commission on Judicial Discipline, a lot of magistrates, a lot of judges, the entire human services And you know why they're doing it? There's even lawyers doing it. Even the disability law of Colorado are doing it, and I have hard evidence of it.
Okay.
Why are they doing it? Because they get away with it, because they don't have anyone to answer to. And they also have Lynn Johnson, who was the director of Jefferson County Department of Social Services until she was invited up into the White House, where she now sits and deals with all the human and health services. So why should anyone have anything to worry about? Why not do what they want to do? There's no one to answer to. And that's what I'm wondering. What can I do? Because these people, since this happened to me, okay, I'm not even fighting for my son anymore. I'm not looking for a lawyer no more. All of that is gone. Nobody wants to help me. That's fine. What I'm doing is I'm speaking for the people with disabilities who cannot speak, who are crying, who are missing their families, who have no rights. These are the people that I'm speaking for that nobody's paying attention to. Everybody just bops them around. Oh, call this one, call that one. I've called this one and that one and all kind of them, and nobody is listening, including you guys. So I want to know what my vote means so that I can exercise whatever options I might possibly have with Diane Degetts and Jared Polis.
So, Diane Degetts.
So we can help you with specific things. That's what we can do.
Sir, I don't want a resource list because it's been exhausted. You get the same resource list from everyone.
Okay. Would you like to come to our conference room when we can
Sure.
take, okay. Good.
Do you want me to?
What's your name again, ma'am?
My name is Arden.
Arden? Why did I think it was Kelly? Okay, thanks.
Can I get you some water?
Please, ma'am, I appreciate that. Oh, Diane Degetts. She is very successful. And that's why we need her. That's why we voted for her, right? Right, Melissa? That's why we voted for her. And you can type, sweetie, if you remember anything. You can type, baby. Let Mama know you're there, hun.
Kristen,
Hi, Kristen.
that is your first name?
My name's Angela.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Hi, I'm Alejandra.
Hi,
Nice to meet
Alejandra.
you. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
How can I help you?
I just need to know what my vote
you
vote
okay?
means.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so, like,
And I'm live streaming. What does my vote mean?
your vote,
Mhm.
at what level? Like, at the
At the highest level.
at the highest level? So your vote is your selection of the people that will represent you either at the county level or at the city level or at the federal level.
Mhm.
And what your vote means is that you study the issues that are important for you.
Mhm.
For example, I'm the daughter of Mexican immigrants.
Thank you.
So for me,
Mhm.
racial equality and immigration are important issues. So I look at the candidates and I select the person that I feel most closely aligns with my viewpoint. And that's what my vote means to me. It means my values and the things that I want my government to do on my behalf. Who is best going to represent me? Now, there might be one or two issues that a person and I may not agree on.
Right.
But as a whole, who, as a woman, as a mother, as
A mother.
as
You're a mother.
a mother, yeah.
Do you have any children with disability, developmental, intellectual?
I don't.
Do you have any family members?
I do. I have a couple of family members. Yeah. And I realize that there are a lot of challenges, and I realize that there are issues that also refer to that also that we
No.
also need to look out for.
Their biggest challenge is the Department of Human Services and the corrupt courts and the community boards and Colorado Healthcare Financing and Policy and attorneys and the Attorney Regulation Council and the Commission on Judicial Discipline. Why did I choose Diane Degetts?
Okay.
Because my son was in a place called El Pueblo Boys Ranch. In 2015, there was a letter of no confidence signed on Reggie Bica. Diane Degetts was a big part of that speaking.
Okay.
And they tried to get him out of there, and Governor Hickenlooper kept him. And now the same problems are going on. And now my son is an adult. And he has been kidnapped, okay, by them with no due process. He was in his own guardianship. He was 20 years old. We were homeless. And I was trying to move to Pueblo. I was trying to put him in a home so that he didn't have to sleep in the car with me, even though he could handle it. Because Andre is very smart. My son's name is Andre. He's autistic.
How old is
And
Andre now?
he's 21 since he's been in there. Okay.
Okay.
And then, so I can't even go through the whole thing or we'd be here all day. But
Okay,
people
I have time. You
Thank you.
You talk as much as you feel that you need to get your story across. And the
it's
thing,
not just mine, though.
No. And but what I want to do, look,
People are afraid there is retaliation. I am the only family willing to come forward.
now, what I want to get out of this, number one, I want to hear exactly what you're talking about, okay? I want to hear, because if it affects you and your family, I am really interested in hearing it.
Every day we are dying in our heart.
Yes. And feel free to share that, please. Okay, this is a safe space. I'm a mother.
I don't know where my baby is. I was accused of doing things I didn't do. The courts are signing off on this stuff.
Okay, now-
No due process. No nothing.
Give me something where I can begin. to
Anything
help.
that you want. I have documented
Okay.
my son's life
When you say
through recordings.
When you say court, are we talking federal or state or
I have to
county?
tell you this part real quick so
Okay,
you can
tell me-
understand.
okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm here for you. Here, do you want a Kleenex?
Sure,
Here,
thank
let
you.
me go.
Okay, so January 24th, okay, when I was trying to put my son in those homes, they were,
Okay. Now, when
my
you're
son was
saying-
in his own guardian.
Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
When you're saying homes,
Like a host home, somewhere that he could be physically until it's on their waiver. I don't know how to explain it. It's something that's he's entitled to under a waiver.
okay, to learn.
Okay.
But I need you to be patient with me because this is going to be new to me.
Okay.
But we're going to get through it together, okay? And
Okay.
at the end of this, the goal of this conversation is to get some direction so that we can get you the information that you need. If it's not through,
You can't give me information. These people need help.
I know, yes.
You can't pay enough money. There's no attorney. I don't want an attorney who wants money. These people are
No.
vulnerable. They need help.
Right. No, I agree. And let me tell you something. Before this, I worked for a civil rights organization, and we investigated some of those homes where children are, like the justice.
And I do understand children are going through it too. I'm
Yeah,
just not allowed to
and
speak for them because
and their families, they're suffering. And I'm so sorry that you had this experience. But I'm not going to
Okay.
interrupt you
It's
anymore.
okay. No,
You
it's
keep
okay.
going. So,
So every time I would put him somewhere, they would try the people involved, the community boards, the healthcare agencies, they would start trying to do all these things that I do. I was just physically placing him. And my son would say, please talk to my mom. I know, because he knows he's autistic, so he's real routine. And he also knows that I'm his mom. And he says, talk to my mom. He's in his own guardianship at the time.
is he your only child?
No, I have 4.
Okay. He's okay.
So
And he's an adult now, 21.
Yes,
you said.
yes.
Okay.
So he keeps telling these people they don't listen.
Okay.
So I go.
Wait, where is this? Is this in Pueblo? Or
No, this is out here.
in
Yeah.
in Denver.
Yes,
Like in Aurora or what?
we were between Denver and Jefferson County, homeless.
Okay.
His certain benefits and stuff he was getting were from Denver,
Okay.
but the community board that was dealing with him was in Jefferson County.
Okay.
They were all aware of this. We didn't
Okay.
keep anything behind. So I applied for temporary guardianship of my son. I went into Magistrate Joel Schaefer in Jefferson County to apply for temporary guardianship of my son so that maybe, and it was temporary. I recorded everything, did everything I was
Good
supposed to.
job. Good job.
I'll skip over a lot because,
Okay.
so I'll get to the points. Magistrate Schaefer has me come back with a doctor's letter. The doctor was instructed not to write the letter, but I was able to record the interaction. So I have that. Was with me.
To hear what he wanted, to
No.
hear what was best for him.
Yep, he didn't even
Okay.
look at him. And I
Okay.
confronted him when I was leaving.
Okay.
But he said, no, you're homeless. And I can't. He said, I have it. This is before I knew I couldn't record in there. He said, I can't get over the fact that you're homeless. That's exactly what he told me in those words. My son and I.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
So he was alleging that because you're homeless, you could not provide for the guardianship of your child?
Yeah, and I explained to him why I was requesting it, because it's people, and we were moving to Pueblo, we're trying to get things together, and Andre had just got a high school certificate of completion. His actual graduation wasn't until May, but this was in February, and that's what I had been waiting for, to move to Pueblo, because my son was attending a school out here, and I didn't want to disrupt that.
And why Pueblo? Do you have family down there? Or
I have a
is it-
daughter down there, and it's just way more affordable.
Yeah.
It's just way more affordable, and that
and
was.
it's a great town.
Yeah.
I like Pueblo. I like Pueblo a lot. Okay.
So, I placed my son,
Okay.
and he has behavior issues. We get into it sometimes, a lot. My son is way bigger than me. He hits sometimes, whatever. We have our issues, but he's my boy.
Yeah, he's your
And I'm
son.
telling you this because 2 weeks later, my son calls me, and I record all the calls in Adams County before where they lied, and I was like, I need to start recording everything. So my son says he said the caseworker that came and talked to me at my school one day last year, he tells me this. He says, she's asking me questions. She's telling me not to talk to you. She's telling me not to tell you where I am. I'm the one that placed him. And I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on, buddy? I said, don't worry, I'm on my way. This placement was in Aurora, so it took me about 35 minutes to get there because of the traffic and everything that was going on. He's on the phone with his sister the entire time. I asked her to stay on the phone with him until I get there. And I'll skip over that. I'll get to the point. So they're holding him against his will in the house. The officers are not letting him out, and he's in his own guardianship at this time.
And you want
And I was going to
temporary custody.
Well, what I was going to do, see, we were already rejected temporary
When was
guardianship.
this?
When?
Wait, yeah. How many
February
years
this year.
ago? Okay.
So I call the police for a standby because I tend to get accused of stuff I didn't do. And the officers, I gave a courtesy call to the host home provider. The officers would not let my son out. And I was explaining to them on record, on video, that he is his own guardian. They cannot hold him like that. And they were explaining to me that, yes, they could, because a caseworker called them and told them she's going to get emergency guardianship, and she's coming to get him. And we were like, wait a minute, I don't know. I'll skip over that. But within a week, we contacted Disability Law Colorado. They were on it. They talked to my son. He contacted them. They were going to help. Something with them stopped them from helping my son. I do believe they're part of this. So
wait, disability, is this the
Can I just,
Yeah.
Nermina has
Hi.
worked on this case.
Okay.
Well, she hasn't worked on it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have to say that because I get offended when people say they've worked or done something on something that they have not. I have not even received a call, and I have her calls recorded too. I record everything for the purposes of professionals liking to lie. And I'm not saying she did, but she did when she said she'd get back to me, and she did it. So within a week, they forged a restraining order on my son. What's that?
I need to speak with Tom.
Within a week, they forged a restraining order, and at this time, my daughters are allowed to speak to him. One daughter, they said one daughter is allowed to speak to him 3 times a week, whatever. And she tells him, there's a restraining order on Mom. He said, what? He wanted to come home. He was screaming and crying, whatever. I want to go home. I want to go home. My mom's not hurting me. I have all this on record. They're acting like Mom's a monster, this and that. So they forged the restraining order. The same magistrate that denied me guardianship signed off on the restraining order, and the caseworker later said that she was ordered by him, and this is all on it should be on transcript because it was in court, ordered her to go get him and take him.
Oh
My family and I have never seen him again. But I'll tell you what, within
You
that,
haven't seen him since February.
no, because there's a permanent restraining order on me. They didn't let my son go to the restraining order hearing, neither one of them. And in the guardianship hearing, I BS you not, if you get the transcripts, if the lady was honest and wrote the right thing, the judge told us all to shut up and sit down. We were not interested parties. And they moved on, got my son, and he was gone. I've seen him do it with other people, and I have found,
Not interested parties, and it's your son.
yeah, and my
It's your
son, yes. And he was not allowed to say or do anything. My daughters are all adults. My son said, please let me go with my sister. Let me call my sister. Nope, 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 nope. They are treated as if there's restraining order on them too. Anyway, I have went through heck and back in the last 9 months that he's been gone. Nobody will help. Nobody will listen.
Okay.
And through this journey, I have found out that there's bunches of families that the exact same thing happened to. I can't just sit back and accept it, not with my son. If my son came home with me today, I cannot accept it. This caseworker sat up there and lied and accused me of things I never said or did, including exploitation, misusing of his funds. When Social Security said, no, she did not misuse them. They did their own investigation. They didn't even do that. The investigation didn't even get called in until after they took guardianship of my son.
It sounds like there's so many, like,
It's corruption. It's not like a case where things were wrong or something wasn't understood correctly or they missed something. This is straight out corruption and collusion in the system.
okay.
The policies are in place.
And where is your son now?
I have no clue. They sent me email that said they'll let me know if he dies.
But your daughters, his sisters, can contact.
No.
There's a restraining order as
No,
well?
no, they just will not let them without some kind of facility meeting. I had 2 advocates, one who used to be a senator, but we had a fallout, and so we don't work together anymore. But he told me that's not okay, that's not what they're supposed to do. The caseworker sat there and lied, but the judge didn't care about the truth. The magistrate didn't care about the truth. Because I turned him in.
Angela, I just wanted to check in. Guidance from our office is we can't discuss your case further because we can't be filming it. It can't be on. It's private
Okay.
information that we cannot discuss unless you put that down.
Put
You
what
need to-
down?
You need to turn that off so that we
Okay.
can continue.
Okay, well, what does my vote mean?
And, well, and
Excuse me.
yeah, of course.
So that's the first thing. You need to stop filming. And then we can help you.
It sounds like
No,
you're,
you can't help me.
it sounds like you're discussing some issues that are sensitive and like.
Well, you asked me what happened. I wouldn't have started
Yeah.
talking. That's
No,
not
no,
what I was
no.
going to talk about. And I told you that out there. We can rewind this. I told you I'm not here to talk about my son. No, I'm not stopping it. I'm not. You can call the cops if you want, whatever. I have a lot of YouTube friends who have tons of subscribers who do First Amendments and violations and all that. They know. So go ahead and call the cops if you want. I'm not putting it down. I'm not putting it down.
Then no, that's fine.
You said discussing my case. I can't have it up.
Yeah, we just in general, we
Okay.
can't do this.
Now it's in
live.
general.
We just can't do this. It's just not appropriate.
Can you please show me the policy? I just want the policy.
What is it that you want? out
The
of-
policy.
No, what do you want out of this meeting?
I'm asking right now. I want the policy.
What do you
I just want the policy so I could leave. If you give me the policy, I'll walk out.
What is it that you want to accomplish with this meeting?
I want the policy that says I cannot
Andrea,
exercise
we
my
need to
First
end the
Amendment.
conversation.
Okay, Angela, I'm so sorry. If you put that down, we can talk about.
Oh, no, it's
specifics.
okay because you guys can't help me anyway. I've been here 3 times and nobody helped.
Okay.
Okay.
You can help, but I just want to know. I just need the policy for that I can't exercise my First Amendment in here. And I also just want something stating what does my vote mean? What options does that give me? What does that mean? How do I communicate with these people? Or what do I do? What can I do to help these other people, if that makes any kind of sense? That's all.
Right. Well, usually, to be honest, to be very, very, very honest with you, because I have a little bit of experience in this, whenever you want to help people, what we need are tangible documents. What we need, you're doing
Well,
hold on, real quick. I'm going to finish this thought, okay? Just because I want to give you some direction. When you want these changes, we need tangible documents. You're doing great job recording, and that's for your personal records.
no, this is for everybody.
Yeah, no, and that's fantastic. But if we don't, oh, Angela, are you okay? But if I
Yeah,
You
I
know,
can look
but
outside.
whenever you have these interactions, you want to record like information, and then you if you're alleging that something happened, you would want to make that available to people so that they can document that this did happen. I share your passion. I understand your frustration, and I'm so sorry that you're going through this.
If any of these people with disabilities or the elderly, if anything happens to them, you, him, her, anyone and everyone that knows, it's on your hands if something happens to them because you're aware and you're turning your back on it.
No, I
Yes,
understand.
yes,
I
yes,
understand.
yes,
Angela, if
yes.
you
You know
have
what's sad? You guys are
tangible-
legislators. I've been in a few offices and they said, come on in. They knew I was live streaming. No problem. You know why? Because they're innocent. They have nothing to hide. It's people like you guys and the Trump administration don't like this kind of thing. Put that down. Stop. Hide.
Okay,
No,
Yes.
so,
Can I have the policy or no? Because,
Angela, I'm so sorry.
okay, I'm going to say it for the news, for the Denver Post. Can I please have the policy that says I cannot record?
I am so sorry, and I really want to help. But
Are you both denying me the policy?
Angela,
Denying me the
thank
policy.
you so much for coming, and I wish you the best. If I could help, I mean, if you have information or like,
No, I don't need that. I'm
Just
telling
get
you
a
what's
case.
going on.
yeah, if we could.
Do you want my phone number in case you decide something? Because I'm not going to contact you again. This is just going to go where it goes.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, no, well,
I mean, we'll probably be protesting out here, but
okay.
yeah.
so do you want my phone number or no?
I'll take your phone number, Angela.
Mhm.
I'll take your phone number. What is your phone number?
Can I write it?
Yeah, of course. And write down your last name too, okay?
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No,
Villalobos.
it's fine. You write down.
Okay, so
So I'm gonna write down. What is your son's name?
Jeffco. His name is Andre, same last name.
Okay. Yeah. And hey, I know you're fighting for your son. And
Not just my son, ma'am,
yeah.
but I for caring to say something compassionate. What's your name again?
Alejandro
Alejandro. What's your last name?
Garza.
And yours again? I mean, I could rewind it, but it'd be nice if you would just say it.
Kelly.
Tom Kelly. Tom Kelly. Okay. I guess I'll go check you guys out.
Yeah.
Thank you. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Angela. You take care of yourself. Okay?
Is there somewhere I can find the policy? You won't give me the policy, so is there somewhere I can find it?
It's like a privacy issue.
The policy is a privacy issue?
No, like when you're discussing sensitive information.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
I know,
yeah,
but you just, like,
medical
you know,
stuff.
you can't just, like, say that, though. You're supposed to have something that says it on the policy.
Hi, Angela.
Calm down, Tom. It's all good.
Okay.
You see that, Melissa? Did you see that?